Hello and welcome back to the Oates Institute video series on our website. This video is to show you how to log in and navigate our site to enroll in a course and take a course. Now, for those of you who remember the old website, you would come to the home page and there would be a listing of the courses. You would click through, you would send an email to us or click a link that would send an email to us to apply for a course. It was a little bit of an old way of doing things. Things are a little different here. You're going to log into the website. You're going to click a button that allows you to start the course, and then you're going to be able to access the course information once that course is ready for you. So it's a little simpler, a little easier, but I want to show you where things are. If you've watched our previous video on how to navigate the main website, you know that you can see the upcoming courses information on the main website here. So you can scroll down and click Learn More, and that will take you to a course description page that looks something like this. If you hit Apply for this course, you can actually see a course page, and there's a Take This Course button. That will actually take you to a prompt that asks you to log in or join. So this is one way to get into the system. However, if you are already a member and you don't want to go through a 3 or 4 click process to log into the system, the member login is right there at the top of the page. So all you need to do is click member login, and this will prompt you to come in and log into the system. So we're going to do that. And this will take you to your new user wall. Now, this is a new version of sort of a logged in user homepage. And this should be a much easier way for you to navigate the courses, for you to navigate the forums where we have our reflections and our conversations, which are really the powerful part of being a member of the Oates Institute. You should be able to find things much faster, much easier, and not lose track of where you're having your conversations or where the courses are. As you know from past experience, if you've been a member of Oates for a while, we really only have 2 or 3 courses going on at one time. So it should be pretty easy to find things as long as all the courses are in one place. Well, now they are. This is your profile area, so you have your name and your username just like you would on a social network. You're actually able to put messages and things in the system even though we're not really using it that way. You can put a profile image here if you like, and you can even change this background image if you like. But the point of this is not to be another social network. The point of this is to allow you to take courses and have your reflections and learn along with us here at the Oates Institute. So let's do just that. In order to take courses, you have a very easy menu over here and across the top of your profile to simply find courses. All courses is going to take you to all of the active courses. There's probably only going to be 3 or 4 live at a time, but let's say you want to take Integrating Spirituality and Healthcare or Spiritual Care of the Alcohol and Drug Addicted, whichever ones are listed here. Let's jump into Spiritual Care of the Alcohol and Drug Addicted and see more. So here's my course description. I can see that it has 2 lessons. I can read a little bit about the key points. I can scroll down and see there's a couple of lessons, and here's what the lessons are entitled. So I can go back up, and if I want to take this course, all I need to do is click that button, Take This Course. What that does is it allows me now to go back down and actually click on the courses or the lessons. So the first one is now clickable. I can click on that and start taking my first lesson. I go through and read the assigned readings, and then when I get done with all of my assignments for that particular week, that particular lesson, I can mark that lesson complete. This is important because when I do mark that lesson complete, it does several things. First of all, it actually shows me how much progress I've made in my course. It also lets my instructor know that I've completed the first lesson. It cues me up into my second lesson. This is actually the second lesson and has links to the next 2 articles that I need to be reading. It allows gives me the appropriate cues in an email to remind me to go back and post my reflections in the forums. Now, after you complete that particular lesson, you will get an email cue from the system that will say, hey, don't forget to go back and post your reflections in the forums. But if you want to do that from the system without having to refer back to the email, if you click on the title of the course here in the upper right-hand corner, that'll take you back to the main course page. Again, you can see that you've now completed one out of the 2 steps. It's actually 1 out of 2 steps. The course forum link is right here at the top of the page in the upper right-hand corner. If you click on that, that will take you to the forum, and here's where you will post your reflections. So when you do post your reflections, you can come in and say, I enjoyed the first lesson very much. And of course, you're going to want to add a lot more to that and engage in the conversation with your fellow classmates. You can notify yourself of follow-up replies via email if you like, or you can just remember to come back and read through. Hit submit, and that will post your reflection within this thread. There's my Joe Sample participant reflection. But something to keep in mind, too, is you can subscribe to this forum thread or make it a favorite. If I do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit subscribe because I can show you a favorite that I have from a previous test that I ran in just a moment. But if I subscribe, I'm actually going to show you how easy it is in just a moment to come back to this particular forum thread. So remember, this is our reflections on the spiritual care of the alcohol and drug addicted. Now, if I log out, I come back a little bit later, I log back into my profile, and I say, oh, wait a minute, I was participating in that forum from the addiction course. Well, wait a minute, where did I go? How do I get back? There's a forums link here in your profile. There's actually a forums link here. Clicking on either one of them will actually take you to a listing of the forum topics that you have started, which right now this account hasn't started any, but it will also show you any replies you've created, any favorites you've favorited, and any subscriptions you have. So there's the reflections in the spiritual care of alcohol and drug addicted. So if you subscribe to a forum thread, or you favorite it, or if you reply to someone, you create a reply, or you start a topic in a forum thread of your own, then you have an easy menu to get to those replies and those favorites, those subscriptions, and those topics. So you shouldn't lose your place. Just like your forums link in your profile area, you have a courses link. There you will find links to the courses that you've enrolled in. You'll be able to click the down arrow and see the status, the progress that you have made in those courses. You'll be able to click through right to the courses to pick up where you left off. This little icon out here will tell you you're in progress, or you're complete, or you haven't started yet. So you'll get used to those icons as you go along. So all the courses that you have will be here that are currently active. Once they are inactive or you've completed them, they will disappear from this screen so that you won't be confused by anything. Your forums will always be here. The access to those conversations will continue to be here because the forums won't go away unless we actually turn them off. So once we turn them off, they will disappear. But those conversations will be here so you can continue to have conversations with the folks in your community. When your course instructor responds or replies to you in the forums, you'll actually get a notification of that. Actually, if anyone responds to your reflections in the forums, you'll get a notification, and that will show up here. So you'll be able to click on notifications, which this particular account doesn't have any yet because I just set it up to show this as an example in the video. But you'll easily be able to see the people who have responded to your reflections and posts in the forums here. So you'll have an easy opportunity to see what you might want to respond to or how people have responded to you. You'll have an easy link to get to the conversations that you have already been a part of that you want to be able to get back to. You'll have an easy way to get to the courses that you're taking so that you can keep up with your progress and make sure that you continue on pace to complete your courses on time. You'll certainly be able to go into settings and change your password, things of that nature. If you want to put your picture in here, you can go into profile if you'd like to do that as well. And a lot of these same links are also listed right over here on the side. Also, if you would like to go back to the Oates Institute home page so that you can get to our resources, our blog, our newsletters, the symposia, that the Institute puts on, there's a nice handy home link right here at the top of that column as well that will take you right back out to the homepage at oates.org. Thank you for being a member and for being interested in the Oates Institute. We hope you have a wonderful journey with us here in growing and learning.